How is everyone doing today? It is Tuesday, early afternoon. For some reason, I'm here. Why am I here? I've got a box. V0 kit. I'm on vacation this week. It means I'm not at work. That means I could do things like stream at 3 in the afternoon, which I know is good for a lot of the European folk out there, because I normally stream Saturdays late at night for you. So, gotta give back sometime. How's everyone doing? So, this is a LDOMOTORS V0.1 kit. So for the obligatory shoulder pick, it isn't much. It weighs 6 kilograms. There really isn't much to the V0. For reference, I built a V0. This is a V0. This is the original revision. This is the box with the 0.1. So what we'll be doing, we're going to be going through this. I have not opened this. I literally got home. I spent the morning at a local zoo aviary thing with the family because I'm on vacation this week. And this was waiting on my porch when I got home. All I've done is taken my shipping info out because you guys don't need to know where I live. And other than that, I haven't touched it. So we're going to open this live. We're going to go through it. And then Friday, this Friday, I'm going live at 10 a.m. and we are going to build this. I would like to, I don't think we're going to push plastic, but I'm going to build this all day. And I would like to at least get the mechanicals done. If we get more done, that's great. If we get less done and it's like midnight and I'm passing out, so be it. But I'm going live 10 a.m. Friday and we are just going to stream all day. Whatever happens, happens. So this kit is not out yet. I believe they are shooting for mid-July, if I'm not mistaken. LDOMOTORS does not sell directly. They are a manufacturer. They sell through resellers. I do know PrintedSolid will be getting these kits. I don't know of any other ones directly. I'm assuming more vendors will carry it. If you're on the Voron Discord in the LDO channel, you can see a pin list of all vendors in most countries. So you can see who would carry LDO where you live, and they might be getting them in stock. I don't know for sure yet. Let me see there. Aaron, €5. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Before all this, please like that smash button. Exactly. Make sure you like the smash button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I'm going to say the thing, make sure you ring the bell because you don't want to miss Friday. So yeah, so we'll go through that. Quick little update though. Toasty is done. I did my first full print. I'm going to edit the serial video later today. I recorded a bunch of footage. But Toasty is done. I got the doors on it. And reach back there, flick the switch. We got light. So it's done. I actually went and got my 3018 and I machined a window in it. So I actually have a window through the ACM panel. And this gets, right now, I haven't gone through and like fully sealed it up, but it's getting about 55 degrees Celsius in there. So yeah. Will there be LDO kits for other Voron models? I do not. I think they're doing just the V0, just to see how it's going, and then maybe they'll do more. If they do another one, it'll probably be the V2 or the switch wire. Those are the two other most common ones. Did a 5-hour stream and somebody commented and said the stream is too long. Well, either I do 3 hours every Saturday night for the next month and a half, 2 months, or I just go live Friday and we just do the whole thing. So, what's in the box? So this should be everything you need to build a V0 minus the printed parts. And I've already printed the printed parts. Hopefully this is the top. I'm assuming this is the top of the box because the shipping info was there. And plenty of LDO branding. So, you know, full disclosure, LDO sent me this kit. Oh, I got to turn on the thingy because they sent me stuff and I got to make YouTube happy. 1 second here. Edit. Playlist. I can put this under live streams. There we go. V0 live streams. There we go. Done. Yes, this contains paid promotion, blah, blah, blah. So LDO, obviously, I don't get paid. I don't take payments for any reviews or anything, but LDO did send me this kit free of charge to do a video on it and build it and review it. So this is a pre-production unit. However, it should be pretty similar to the production. I believe there are some special parts in here. I've been teased on one of them, and some paperwork. Let me just make sure that I can read that and that's safe to be on camera. So there is some special gubbins in here for me. These will be available, but I don't know if they've been fully public yet. So we will see as we go through it. There we go. We'll have a crimping tool. No, you still got to buy your own tools. Okay, so let's see. So this is inside the box. It had a bunch of paper thing there, but this is actually packed really nice. LDO pretty much individually packs everything, so they all got these own little things. I will touch on the rails afterwards. So, special gubbins. So they did include, now they do make this. This doesn't come standard with the kit, but he did throw it in for me just to show it off. This is the V0 display. So this is a little single PCB board display. It's got the, what is it, the 0.98 inch OLED or the 1.3 inch little rotary encoder. It's got a, what are those, little NeoPixel, and it actually has its own chip on it. So this is USB. This runs standalone. So I'm either going to put this in the V0 or I might put it in Toasty. We'll see. But this is an add-on that they included for me because it's cool and I want one. It's 1.3 inch. There we go. That's 1.3 inch. That, let me check the paperwork. Okay, yeah, this is for me. Okay, yeah, this is for me. It does come with a list of everything in it, and this is the beta kit. So I'm going to basically go through this whole kit, and when we build it, we're going to make sure everything's good before the final kits go out. So this is kind of good that I'm testing this, because I have everything I would need to build this if I was missing stuff. So if I'm missing screws or whatever, I can make a note of that. They can correct it for the final release of the kits, and then I still have the stuff that I can finish the build, because if I really need to, I got a whole V0 I can take parts off of. G Funny Money, $10. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. For Friday's caffeine fun, I'm going to need caffeine on Friday. That is going to be a long, long stream. Yes, so as LDO Motors is saying, that the display is an extra. So he included this with my kit so I could take a look at it. But if you get the kit yourself, this is an extra thing. You have to get this separately. It is a nice screen though. So I personally run my V0. I run most of my machines headless, but this is an add-on that you can add on if you want a little itty bitty screen for your V0. And it's Clipper compatible, so you can put it on any printer. Controller board. So it should be an SKR Mini E3 V2. And LDO Jason is in the chat, so everyone say hi, Jason. I'm still waiting on David to show up. I haven't seen David yet. So this is an SKR Mini E3 V2. You've seen these. So it's got all your drivers built in. Yeah, you know this controller board. It's a spec off-the-shelf controller board. Nothing fancy there. Again, this is a rep wrap. If you have a duet kicking around that you want to put in this thing, go for it. But this is the spec controller that comes with it. The GitHub firmware is designed to use it. And if you want the least amount of issues when building it, build it spec. Build within your skills. Where can you buy that display? You would have to check with your local regional LDO reseller. This cable, I'm sure you all got a million of them, but this is how you plug it into the wall. Yeah, we'll do the electronics first. So V0.1 kit, electronics wiring, revision A. I'm really liking everything is individual here. there's all the gubbins. Okay, so we have a 4mm OD, 3mm ID reverse Bowden. So this is the Bowden tube that would feed the filament up into your tool head, because remember on the 0.1 revision, it is a direct feed tool head. So you want to run a 3mm ID Bowden, because this is just for feeding. You want it sloppy. You want as minimal resistance, but you do want something there to make sure your filament's guided in. So that's good. We got our fans here. We got a 5-volt radial fan and 2 blower fans. Those are good. Heater cartridge. It does have some crimps on it, and it looks to be... Did you guys cut these to size, Jason? These might be cut to size. Because we got our thermistor, 104 NT, and a 50-watt heater cartridge, and it's got the little nubbins on the end, so that's good. That's good there. Haha, all the zip ties, and these are the right size zip ties. So we got the right size zip ties. They're the really thin ones, so that's good. We got our power inlet, the AC inlet. So it does look, yeah. Yeah, so it does come soldered. Most of the time we don't recommend soldering mains. This does look like an okay solder job. It's just we usually don't recommend soldering mains. We'll have to double check that. Like, I know you can solder mains, but we usually don't recommend you do it. But that is that. So these are common though. Cable kit. Oh my god, it comes with a cable kit. I did not know it came with a cable kit. That is I did not know this came with a full cable kit. Holy hell. And it's pre-sleeved and everything. Well, it comes with sleeving, actually. Oh, sweet. And it's the open sleeve. You can roll it open. Oh, this is good. Oh, geez. Ooh, okay. I think Jason's going to sell a lot of these now. Like, let's be honest here. The wiring on a V0 is, on the original, the controller's on the bottom. On the 0.1, it's on the back. So you're literally going from here to here. So the wire loom isn't exactly, you know, a complex part to make. However, it's still nice to have a pre-made one. So yeah, it's got the ground, it's got all your connectors. The end stops are already pre-soldered. Like, I can dig it. That's nice. That is nice. Will he be able to choose the color? I'm assuming the kits will have different options for colors. Because right now they offer different colors for the frames. So this kit will be available. I know PrintedSolid will carry it in the US. I think July. It's not out. This is pre-production. So very nice. I like. That is nice. A pre-made loom. I love me some pre-made loom. Nice. So I'm assuming there is still going to have to be some soldering in some places. But yeah, because that's the thing. If they sell like pre-packaged kits, they'd have to have a whole kit for each color option. So maybe they'll do something where like only like common colors are kits, and then if you want fancy, you got to get that separate. So wire loom. So it's got the Y, X, Y, and Z end stops. Inlet for a 24-volt power cable, 24-volt power supply to 5-volt power supply cable, 24-volt power supply to SKR cable, 5-volt PSU to RPI cable, bed ground cable. Okay, so this doesn't include wiring from the tool head. So this is everything but wiring from the tool head, which makes sense. So this is everything but the tool head. But for most of the stuff from the tool head, you're just literally, the wires are already attached to what you're using. You just either extend them a little bit or you just cut and crimp them. So you will have to make like a wire run for your fans, but that's really not a huge issue. Sleeving. Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. You don't need a Pi 4 for this thing. I run mine on a Pi 0. So it is a Raspberry Pi. It's a Pi 3. You know what it looks like. It's a Raspberry Pi. SD card. We got a DM quality, innovation, and speed SD card, 16 gig. I've got plenty of SD cards extra if that one seems to be a little funky. But it was a class 10. The class 10? I don't know. But it should be okay. It's an SD card. Yeah, it says class 10. And then I believe this is the buck converter. Yep, so this is your buck converter for converting 24 volt to 5 volt for your Pi. So remember, on the 0.1, there's no more mains bed. The bed is now a 24 volt bed, and we've gone up a size in power supply. So it's 150 watt power supply instead of 100 watt, and it's a DC bed. So it's all 24 volts. You can run this whole printer off of the same power brick that the Prusa Mini uses. So if you wanted to have no mains voltage at all inside the printer, you can run this printer using the power brick from a Prusa Mini. It's a Meanwell off-the-shelf power brick. You can buy one and use that to power your printer. I don't know what the final price will be. There's still, it's got to be sold through resellers. I don't know if, regional sellers will have a markup, like if there'll be like an MSRP price and then a final price. I don't know yet. Okay. Oh, power supply. Meanwell, LRS 150, 24. So 24 volt, 150 watt power supply. Meanwell, name brand, you want that. Fetus BMO Dragonfly. So it is a Dragonfly. No dragon due to shenanigans. So this is a BMO, which I have a video on my channel if you want to know more about it. But it's a bimetal, hot end, rigid mount capable. Comes with nice, comes in a nice box. So the groove mount comes off. There are some screws you can undo. Actually, I think the whole thing just unscrews. Yeah, the whole thing unscrews. I might have to put in something to hold it. But this comes off, and you can rigid mount it using the screws on top of it here. Comes with a copper plated nozzle. It's a good hot end. So that's what it comes with. How am I doing? I'm doing good. This was sent to me directly from LDO. And this is a pre-production of a kit that will be available hopefully next month, I believe. Do you have any opinions on the LDO frame set? This one is an LDO frame. That one is an LDO frame. As long as it matches the profile of like the required profile. So basically, as long as it's not V-slot and it doesn't have like the little notches in where the hole is or where the slot is, you should be fine. You don't have to use Misumi. Misumi was just spec because it was the most consistent extrusions for the longest time. But LDO extrusions are fine. Toolhead motion. Toolhead and motion. So this is, what's in here? Oh, so this is the whole toolhead kit. So this is all the gubbins and for the motion. So you got your F623RS bearings, shaft assembly, magnets for the enclosure, a little piece of PTFE Teflon tubing. I'm really liking the labels on it. Everything is labeled. All these baggies are labeled. 20-tooth pulleys, Bondtech gears, and knowing Jason, these are probably legit, but I'm not 100% sure, but they look good. Screws, thumb screws, bearings, So this is all the stuff for the motion system and the tool head and your belt. And this should be Gates if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's Gates. It's Gates Power Grip. AS, $50, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Hi, Uber. Hello to you too. So again, on the 0.1, it's a direct feed tool head. So you basically have a mini, I have the one that I never actually final put it together. You have this guy, this is your tool head now. So it's got a mini clockwork in it. NEMA 14, so that is that. I don't know if they're planning 2.4 or 1.8 kits at this time. Cost will be more than like the FormBot kits, but you're getting more premium stuff in here, so the price will be more than them, but it's still not going to be outrageous from what I understand. Okay. So linear rail kit. So since I'm going to be building this Friday, I'm going to try and do a bunch of pre-assembly on this. Oh, I'm going to touch on these. So I will be taking these rails out, putting them through my ultrasonic, cleaning them, greasing them, getting everything ready. These are the LDO rails. I've used the LDO rails in my in Toasty Boy here. These are MGN9 LDO rails and no issues. I haven't heard of anyone having issues with the LDO rails. So they should be good to go. Now, this right here is a little something that I don't think they've really talked about yet. But I'm getting the green mat out for this because this is cool. Okay, let me find it. So, for those that are familiar with building a V0, your rails use M2 screws. So you need M2 nuts. So to use M2 nuts, you have these little printed guys. So you print these off, you put your M2 nuts in here and you slide it into the extrusion, okay? These kind of are a pain in the butt, and M2 nuts are kind of a pain in the butt. Now, this right here is pre-production, and this is basically a test version of it. So it's covered in oil because it doesn't have the final finish. So I'm putting some gloves on right now because they're soaked in oil because they're not final revision. But and he double bagged them. Again, final version will not be soaked in oil because they'll be zinc plated. This is a single piece metal unit with pre-drilled and tapped M2 holes. That's metal. So the final unit will be zinc plated, I believe I was told. So now you don't need to fumble around with your M2 nuts. You just slide this into your extrusion and screw your rail to it. So, yeah. Das ist good. So the final version will be, I was told, zinc plated, or at least some sort of plating on it. These ones are just, like, I believe they're just tool black or something, and soaked in oil so they don't rust. But that is a little thing that they have that they will be including. So I don't know if that will be sold separately, or if it'll just be with the rail kits or the full kits. I don't know yet. But yeah, that's neat. So that will save a lot of time, because that was one of the more annoying parts of the build, is dealing with that. iProxy, the kit is not out yet. Kit will be out next month, hopefully. Okay, let's continue. We have this here. This is just a channel for the back for wire management. So you could stick this onto the back of your printer, run your wires through it, and then it's got a little snap-on cover. This is just for cable management. If you go on LDO's Twitter page, if you go back a bit, there's some pictures of some printers they built using this kit, and you can see how this is used on the back, but it's basically just for wire management. So it's a nifty little thing they include. Did you include double-sided tape? I have some, but that might be something you would want. Oh, you know what? It might be in one of these boxes. I'll leave the bed and the motors for last. Yes, Jason is here. I don't know what they're pricing it at. Expect more than the other kits because this is what I would consider a premium kit. Nothing I've come across so far, other than the soldering on the inlet. That's the only thing I'm kind of about. Other than that, everything is good. Unlike the FormBot kit. 6 to 650 US, I'm assuming. That sounds about right for this. Okay, let's look at the bed. Let me zoom in, because you got to zoom in for this bed. Ready, ready, ready? High temp RTV gasket silicone is included. Nice. It's good for -60 to 250. There you go. So you could probably adhere your bed with some gasket. You don't need to buy it. See, this is why. Ah, dang it! I hit the wrong button. Okay. I noticed the metrics were dropping. I wasn't getting enough chatting to the number of people, so I muted the mic so you would all spam F. Anyways, what was I saying? Kits. So it comes with the gasket. So this is the difference between a kit and a good kit. Anyone can make and sell a Voron kit. Okay, Voron is an open source project, right? It's a community project. Anyone can make and sell this stuff, right? So anyone can walk through an aisle in Shenzhen with a cart and just throw everything in the bomb into a cart. But this means somebody knows what's going on. We got our springs. So while the team will never officially endorse a kit because we don't have control over the kits, you know, anyone can sell a Voron kit. If you happen to make a really good kit, it might sell good. Springs, you need the springs, you know the springs. Drag chain, it does not open, but none of the 7mm drag chain that I know about opens, so that's fine. You got your little thumb screws. You have your bed with the pre-wired in thermal fuse. Nice. So it's a 24 volt, 60 watt bed. It's now DC. So the thermal fuse is just extra precaution at this point, and it is soldered in, but that's fine because this is DC. It's not main, and it's got your terminals on the end. And I'm assuming this is probably cut to size 2. So there we go. That is good. Everything's coming like pre-made. So we have our bed here. So it's wrapped up. Got these little corner protectors on it. Corner protectors are good. I have no idea how many times I've seen a bed dinged by the time it comes to you. We got our drilled and countersunk or counterbored holes for the screws. And the bed theme's pretty thick, so that's good. We got a 8mm thick bed, which is 5/16. So that's a thick bed. I think spec is only 1/4 inch, but honestly, thicker bed is better. More thermal mass. And we got the finish we're looking for. So slightly swirl So when they grind these plates, they grind them in massive plates and then they come to the side. So when you see slightly curved swirls, it means the whole thing's been blanched ground. Ooh. Jason, you impress me, my friend. It's chamfered. They chamfered it. The top is chamfered. And we got 2 tapped holes down here for the ground and for the thermal fuse. Dang, this is you guys did a nice. This is a nice bed. Holy shit. So yeah. Hello. Good job. Bed is good. I'm happy with that. It's a 120 millimeter bed. It would be kind of hard to screw that up. So 123 by 123, which is good. You do want your bed slightly oversized a bit. It isn't going to hurt. I'm assuming in here, oh, they come with a little applicator too. I'm assuming in here is the, yeah, let me get that out of here because it's screwing with that. This camera doesn't have the greatest colors, I know. Is chamfered. Chamfered? Chamfered? Ooh. Voron design, product of LDO Motors. Oh, 2. It comes with 2. Oh, nice. Okay, so you have you got your magnet, which is that's the adhesive all the other magnets I've seen use, and I've never had it fail on me, so the magnet's good. 2 beds, both got the Voron on it. This one's etched. This one's textured both sides. This one's PEI sticker and plain. Okay, so if you want to print anything that you just need like glue stick, you could do that. You got your PI here. I personally, while I like the texture, I prefer running just stickers of PI because if you damage it, you can replace it much easier. This, you got to take like a random orbital to it and knock it flat before you do that. The PEI finish isn't really aggressive, and I like that, but it's very consistent. That is it's the same plate I'm running on like switch wire, and I've got no issues with it, so. Yeah, that is. God damn, Jason, you guys are doing good. This is the difference between somebody who knows what they're doing and, hey, let's just throw stuff in a box and sell it to people on the internet. I mean, he is throwing stuff in a box and selling it to people on the internet, but he's doing a really good job at it. It's a good kit. We're still not done yet. Okay, let me put all this back in here. Yeah. Okay, so what is left? Fastener and tool kit. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay, so we got our fastener and tool kit. There we go. There's our VHB tape. So it's 3M VHB tape. You're going to need this for the enclosure. Got our little rubber feetses. Thread locker, medium strength, and super glue. Nice. And grease. So it comes with grease, thread locker, and super glue. Nice. Backup. So I'm assuming, yeah, so this is like a couple extras of all the different size screws and heat sets. And that way, if you drop something or lose something, you have backup. Yes. Hardware kit. So you got your heat sets. They are the right heat sets. You got all the screws, all the nuts and bolts and everything. I'm not going to go through and make sure it's all there. I'm assuming it's there. If not, I have enough in stock just in case something is short. Are you serious? You guys included this? So we got you got Allen keys, and these look like, you know, Allen keys. Like, these aren't like cheap Allen keys. These actually look kind of nice. Who can tell me what this is? Who can tell me what this is? And it comes with 2 heat sets on it for adjusting the depth. So you can adjust the depth on it. Holy hell. Oh, that is nice. Look at, and this is just my cheap Amazon soldering iron that I use for heat sets. And it dropped right in. Like this is like the normal tip I've been using. It's brass. And so what you do is there's 2 heat set inserts. It's threaded. And what you can do is you can use these 2 to screw, like basically screw them together to create friction. So you could set how much sticks out. Whew. Okay, that is staying on my soldering iron. That's just going to stay on my soldering iron now. And it comes with a 2mm drill bit. I'm assuming there's a few spots where you got to open it up just to make sure everything's sized right. Oh, for the filament feed path. So you got a 2mm drill bit, and you got all the Allen keys you're going to need. And the brass insert soldering tip. We got that, we got that, got that. But wait, there's more. Motors. All the motors. So we got our little Palm skinnied T-nut. We've got our AB motors, which are now the bigger ones. We got our pancake for the extruder. And then we also have the skinny lead screw. So it's a lead screw on a pancake. That is pretty much unique to the V0. We had to get this custom made originally because this is not an off-the-shelf thing. Because you don't want a coupler. That's nice. That is nice. So they're LDO motors. The company's called LDO Motors, and they make motors, and LDO makes good motors. Ooh, and they got little connectors here for the motors. Oh, for the JSTs to connect them. Nice. Actually, those are for the motors. That might be something oh, in here. That might be something that I didn't notice. Let me check here. Let me double check. Tool head in motion. Did I come across JST connectors? I know a lot of stuff has it pre-included. But did they include separate for like things like the fans? Because the fans are going to need connector. Oh, okay, the fans. Wow, I didn't even notice that. The fans are already pre-extended to the correct lengths with the connectors already pre-attached. Okay, we're good. So the only wiring and crimping you should have to do on this thing is for your motors. You have to, if you want to make it, the cable management neater, you can shorten them, and they did include the extra fittings. But theoretically, if you are okay with just bundling up wires and zip tying them, you shouldn't need to crimp anything on this kit. at. Put that there. So motors are motors. You've seen LDO motors. They're good motors. This should be the panels for the enclosure. Just the packaging alone. This is the good shrink wrap. Why can't you buy shrink wrap for your food that sticks to itself anymore? Man, good thing I'm doing this all before the stream. If I was trying to do this on the stream, I'd spend half the stream dealing with the unwrapping stuff. Okay. So all the little pieces that are like spec'd ABS are acrylic. So they're black acrylic. Okay, let me just double check here. Yep, so one side is matte and one side is shiny. So that's a shiny side, and then you have a matte side. So on a lot of parts, you can orientate them however you want. Whatever side you see the most, do matte, because fingerprints suck, and matte acrylic is fingerprint magnet. So that's good. You have options. You can flip them both ways. So that is the bottom piece. Wherever this little piece goes to. I got to look at the CAD still. You got your back. And then this is the back. And then we got our panels, which includes the panels for the top hat. And yeah, so this is a film on it, which, considering there's no logo on anything, if you want it to like have your side panels be like non-see-through, you could just leave this on, I guess, for a little bit of transparent. Okay, okay. So this unit, okay, the blind holes are for magnets. This panel was drilled manually. The production version will be neater. Okay, so for the front panel, you can embed magnets in the panel for opening and closing the door, because like on my V0 here, or on, these are magnetic. The doors are magnetic here. So there's little magnets that hold it together and keep everything latched. So on here, they drilled them by hand, but I guess the production units will be machine drilled, which makes sense. So yeah, panels are good. Yeah, I'm not going to go through and check sizes on them. I'm assuming they're good. Nice. If we run into issues putting it together, I'll bring it up, but there's that. Okay. Lastly, frame kit. This is the special part. That's right. We be pimpin'. Gold frame. Now, this is limited production. I think you can still, they might still have some in stock at a few vendors. But this was a limited run for the 5th anniversary of Voron that LDO did. Just because they're awesome. But yeah. So I'm hoping, because this is the first time I actually have them in hand, how well it compares with, yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah, that'll work. So we got our gold extrusions. So here, this camera's got crap color, so there you go. There's a bit better color on a better camera. So they are gold. And then just to compare like some of the printed parts. So I'm using Sparta 3D Galaxy Black ABS, which is like it's like a charcoal black. So that should go together pretty good. So yeah, that is going over the V0 kit, and I believe that's everything in the box. That is that. An unfortunate smelting accident turned my printer gold. Oh, this is going to be a fun build. Okay, so that is everything. So other than printing the parts, this is everything you need for a V0, V0.1 revision. Yeah. You did good, Jason. You did good. Now, the only reference point I have is, you know, the other one kit I looked at, which was the Voron one, which they are getting better, but compared to the, you know, having everything come all the wiring pre-cut to size, pre-crimped, includes extras like a heat set adapter or heat set tip for your soldering iron. It comes with RTV, it comes with grease, it comes with super glue, it comes with thread locker, it comes with all the tools. Yeah. I think the only thing you would need is a screwdriver to loosen the terminals on your controller board. And the printed parts. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. And for those that don't know, LDO, they cut and drill and tap everything, and then they anodize it. So even the ends are anodized. Oh man, these extrusions are pretty. I'm going to take some pictures of these and put them on the Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, at 3DPNero, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because Friday, we are going to build. We are going to build. So I'm not going to do it now because I think Joel's going live in like 10 minutes, and I don't want to go cut into his time, you know, just common courtesy. So for the next 9 minutes, if anyone wants me to look at anything again, let me know. But honestly, this is damn impressive for a kit. This is how you do a kit proper. I still won't put my name on it, but in terms of kits, this is the best one I've seen. And you wouldn't be wrong going with one once they come out, if they're like this. If they can keep them consistent and everything like remains the same and they don't change stock, which LDO is good. Yeah, viable option. Fans and rails. Okay, so the fans, the rails I already looked at. I'm not gonna take them out because I got covered in grease. Where did I put my rails? Yeah. How are they looking? They look like LDO rails. I'm not taking them out of the bag yet, but they look exactly the same as the rails that I got in Toasty here, and just MGM7. And from everyone that I know that it's used LDO rails, they're good rails. So they're not high winds, but they're a step up from the other ones like CNA and whatnot. So they're perfectly good for a 3D printer. The board is an off-the-shelf SKR Mini E3. So the board is just your standard SKR Mini E3. If it was up to me, would I have gone with integrated Z or belted Z? Honestly, the belted Z, it's okay. It's a mod. I would still go with the lead screw. It's a little bit more consistent. The problem with belted Z on a small printer like that, it's just not as stable, I guess is the word. I don't know. Yeah. It's less finicky. Plus, with the way things are with the layout, it's easier to lay stuff out with the lead screw underneath. Black the rail. Ooh, yeah. Shoot, do I still have some? Ooh, I can blue the rails. I know I still have some somewhere. I wish the rails were black. I still have cold blue somewhere. I might blue the rails. We'll see. The Dragonfly. Yes, it's a Dragonfly hot end. I have a video on my channel going over the Dragonfly. But it's just a Dragonfly BMO because you can't get a Dragon because of shenanigans. So that's another thing. With the V0.1, you cannot use the E3D V6. So before on the V0, you could use the V6 with the threaded mount. So the mount that, not the groove mount, there was a threaded nut variant for like deltas. It used that one just for like, that's all we had room for. But on this one with the direct feed tool head, you have to use a rigid mount. So you have to use something like a Dragon, a Dragonfly, a Mosquito. E3D doesn't make a rigid mount, so okay. Have I seen the Micron? I have seen the Micron. But I've seen pictures of it, but that's about it. So yeah. Oh, they did good. This is good. I like this. This is going to be a fun build. So yes, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Because Friday morning around 10 a.m., I'm going to go live. And we are just going to start building. And we're going to get as far as we can. So it's going to be an all-day stream. I'll probably have to eat at some point. But it will be an all-day stream. That will be Friday. And for those that are members of the channel, like YouTube members and Patreon members, Thursday, early afternoon, I'm going to go live for a members only stream. Depending on the weather. If it's super nice, I might be at my mom's with, the family swimming. So we might do it later in the day. But Thursday, I'm going to try and do a members only stream. Just because you guys are awesome and I want to do something for you guys. So we'll do a little members only stream, Q&A, AMA, and then I'll make it public afterwards. So I don't like completely gatekeeping content. Nothing that I ever do that I consider educational, like this kind of stuff, I will ever put behind a paywall, but a fun little members stream, I'm fine doing that and then making it public later. Fan brand. Oh yeah, the fan. Toolhead and Motion. Fans. Build plate parts. Electronics and wiring. Okay, so the fans are GD Stein fans, which honestly, that's what I use on all my printers, and they work okay. The blower fan is a Sunon. Or correction, the radial fan is a Sunon. The blowers are GD Stein. Yes, 10 a.m. Eastern time zone. I'm Eastern time zone, so 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll try and put the stream, like, how you can put a stream up live before going live. I'll do that for the night before. What would I change in the kit? The only thing that is kind of funky is the soldering on the electrical inlet. I don't like soldering mains voltages. I know you can do it, but I don't really recommend doing it, especially at home. So that would probably be the only thing that I'm seeing in the kit that's kind of eh. Other than that, you would be buying all this stuff yourself. Like, I know, like, LDO isn't in the sourcing guide. If you go on the sourcing guide, there's nothing from LDO listing in the sourcing guide. The sourcing guide is list is made up of stuff that you can buy worldwide. Okay, LDO, unfortunately, you can't get LDO worldwide. There's not resellers in every country. So, but a lot of people will, I want to buy better stuff than the sourcing guide, and they end up buying pretty much everything you see here. So, yeah, the kit's good. It's a good kit. I give it a thumbs up. As Nero 3DP, soon to be Nero 3D, I'm going to drop the P, I'm going to rebrand a bunch of stuff. As a non-Voron, as me speaking on my own here on this channel, because on this channel I represent myself, I do not represent the words and opinions of the Voron design team. You don't know who I am on the Voron design team. My own personal opinion, this is a good kit, and at the price is a good value. We'll build it, and then I'll give final opinions on it, but just looking at the parts is good. I see nothing wrong with this kit, other than the inlet and the soldering, which you can buy one of those cheap. Okay, so that is it. This was just going to be a short stream overviewing it. Peter, thank you for becoming a member. And did I miss another one? Oh, option 350Z. Thank you for becoming a member. So yes, Friday, are you going to need a new logo? Yes, I put it out on Fiverr. I gotta look into it. So what time? Yeah. So I'm gonna end it here. Friday, 10 a.m. live stream all day. Member stream Thursday at some point. Other than that, it's 4 o'clock. I'm gonna go figure out what I'm doing for dinner. I think Joel's going live. 3D printing nerd. Go hop over into his stream. Be safe. Wash your hands. Have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye. Hey, I know you're still around. This is for the guys that stick through the whole end of the stream part with the sparks. On the stream Friday, every hour on the hour, I will be giving out 2 spools of Jesse filament from PrintedSolid. So Canada and US, I'm pretty sure it's open to. And every hour on the hour, all day Friday, while I'm streaming, 2 spools of filament from PrintedSolid. So, cheers.